sixth graders. Today we are going to be learning about how to make decimals into percents. Yesterday you learned how to turn fractions into decimals. So we're going to build upon everything that we've been learning with fractions and decimals and use it to turn things into percentages. Now, if you remember, the word percent means out of 100. So our job through this entire video is going to make sure that we are in the hundredths place, or writing a fraction out of 100 to make it into a percent. So as we're looking here, we're going to first start with a problem that is, let's look at a decimal that says 0.36. Or you can look at this decimal and you can see and read it as 36 hundredths because the 6 is in the hundredths place. So the way that we're going to write this is just like it sounds as a fraction. 36 hundredths. It's just 36 over 100, and that's also because it's 2 places after the decimal. That means 2 zeros. So 36 hundredths. Now we can turn this into a percent. The reason why we can turn this into a percent is because, you guys, it's already over 100. So all you have to do now is just take this 36 and make it 36%. That's all that you have to do. Okay? Now, what happens though if you get a decimal that's like this? Let's say you get a decimal that is 0.07. Okay, well this says 7 hundredths, right? So 7 hundredths. This means that it is 7 over 100. There is nothing in the tenths place, so our fraction up top doesn't have a tenths. It is just 7 hundredths. So this means that we have like 7 pennies out of $1, or 7% of the dollar, right? So like if this was money, it's only 7 cents, 7 pennies. Okay, now how about this one? Let's say that I have a decimal and it is 0.9. Okay, we can read this one as 9 tenths, right? So 9 tenths because it's in the tenths place. Or we can try to get it to 100 again. So we can get this to 100 by doing a multiplier. 10 times 10 equals 100. So 9 times 10 would equal 90. So this fraction right here tells us that we have 90%. So as long as you are converting to a fraction out of 100, you can get to a percentage. And because decimals are already in tenths, hundredths, thousandths, that means that you're able to convert a little bit easier. So let's say that my decimal was 0.66. Okay, again, it's the same thing as 66 hundredths. So I have 66 over 100, or I have 66%. Okay, what if I had this one? Let's do another tenths. What if I had 2 tenths? If I had 2 tenths, again, I would just put the 2 over the tenths, and then I would convert to a fraction out of 100 by multiplying by 10 and multiplying by 10, and that gives me 20 hundredths, or 20%. All right, sixth graders, it is your turn to do some try-its and apply your learning. So your try-its are, your first try-it that I would like for you to do is try-it number 1. And this one says 24 hundredths. And the next try-it I would like for you to do is this one, and it says 0.03 or 3 hundredths. And then let's do another one more, and this one says 4 tenths. Okay, sixth graders, go ahead and hit pause right now so you don't hear me solving, and then when you are ready, go ahead and hit play. All right, so 24 hundredths. I know that this is the same thing as 24 over 100 because it's in the hundredths place. 2 spots after the decimal means 2 zeros. 24 over 100 equals 24%. All right, this one's in the hundredths place, but it's weird because it has a 0 there, but it's still like saying 3 hundredths. And 3 hundredths is equal to 3%. And last but not least, we have 0.4 or 4 tenths. So I'm going to switch colors here. And I know that 4 tenths is like this. And to get to 100, I can multiply by 10. 10 times 10 equals 100. 4 times 10 equals 40. So my fraction is, or my percent is 40%. All right, sixth graders, go ahead now and answer your essential question. How do we make decimals into percents? What do we have to do to make a decimal into a percent? And then rate your level of understanding out here to the side. If you have any questions, please head on over to the Google Meet and ask me for help. Otherwise, you may go on Big Ideas and do your practice work. And as always, Cougars, thank you so much for your hard work and effort today. Make it a great day the Cougar way.